Hey everyone. In this video, we will cover division for those who just really struggle with the steps for division or don't know their division facts. I do not recommend this method if you understand or can get to where you understand regular division or you know your division facts. This is truly for those who, like me, when I was your age, I just didn't get it. I couldn't remember the steps. And the first step was always, well, does it go in? And I didn't really understand what that meant. And I didn't know how to figure out how many times 6 goes into 9 or whatever. So this is truly for those who just can't even get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at this number out here, the divisor, the one that we are dividing this number by, and that is 6. And so over to the side, we're going to create our 6 times tables. And like I said, this is for people who necessarily don't know their times tables. If you know them, you can still do this. But we're going to go ahead and assume you do not know your times tables. So I'm going to begin over here by creating my times tables. So the first thing is going to be to put in the 6 times. And the first number is going to be 0. And then I'm going to do 6 times 1. 6 times 2. And the big thing I'm going to tell you, the big problem with this method is that it takes a long time. So if you can do it the other way, you will be much quicker. But in the end, what winds up happening is kids that don't know their division facts and don't know how to do this wind up guessing, and you get the answer wrong. And my philosophy has always been, I would rather you take longer and get it right than guess and get it wrong. Wrong answers really don't help folks much. And I'm only going to go up to 9 because that's all I need. Anything over 9 is going to be 2-digit and it does not belong. You've done something else wrong. So now I have to fill in the answers. Well, I know the first one is 0. And then all I'm going to do is for each answer after that, I'm going to count up from 6. So 0, 1, 2, and you can use your fingers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm counting on my fingers each time, 6 fingers. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And you can count along with me if it helps to understand what I'm doing. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I always stop when I get to my 6th finger. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. And that fills in my times tables. So whatever this number is, whatever the divisor is, the number on the outside of the bracket, you're just going to count up by that using your fingers and fill in these answers. Okay, so now we got to know where these, as we find these, we got to know where they go. So I'm going to tell you that this number, the first number is always the outside. This number is always what goes up top. And this number goes below. It's essentially your answer. And this is going to make sense in just a minute. We always go one number at a time. You always put an answer above and below. So what we need to do to solve this, we need to find the fact from this list of facts over here that gets as close as possible to the first number under the line without going over it. We have to go only one number at a time under the line. You always put an answer above and you always put an answer below. So let's try that and see what that looks like. So my first fact is 2. So I need to find 6 times what gets me as close as possible to 2 without going over. So I need to check my answers here. Which number over here is as close as possible to 2 without going over? Well, 6 is too big. It goes over, right? So my fact is 6 times 0. So I'm going to circle this fact and I'm going to put my numbers where they belong. So 0 goes up top. It goes over the number I'm trying to go into. And then the answer, 0, goes below. Once I've done that, I subtract. So I'm going to draw my line and I'm going to subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. Then I'm going to bring down. I'm going to bring down and start again. Okay, so I'm going to bring down one number. Bring down one number only and start again. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to change colors. I'm going to bring down this 3. Always bring it down under the line. And now we start again. Okay, well, let's see. What number gets as close as possible to this without going over? So I look at my answers. 18, 24 is too big. I'm looking for 23. So the answer that gets as close as possible to 23 without going over is 18. Because 24 was too big. It goes over 23, right? 18 stays below, but it's the closest one. Okay, so this number goes up top. So my goes up top. This number goes below. My 18 goes here. Make sure you always line up the ones places. That's important, okay? I've got to make sure I line up my ones places. I put my subtraction sign and I subtract. Okay, well, now I have to figure out, I have to borrow. So this becomes 1. This video does assume you know how to subtract. I carry my 1. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 5. And I'm going to check it. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, 13. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yep, I'm right. It's really important that you check, because if we do all this work and you make a mistake in your subtraction, you're still going to get the answer wrong. So I did my subtraction. I have to bring down one number at a time. So I'm going to bring down my 4 under the line. And here's my new number. Start again. Okay, which answer over here gets me as close as possible to 54 without going over? Well, that's 54. That's as close as possible, all right. It is 54. Okay, so this number goes up top. The answer goes below. I subtract. 54 minus 54 is 0. I'm out of numbers to bring down. I have an answer up here over every number, and this is 0. So I'm done. I know I'm done because I don't have any more numbers to bring down, and I know I have no remainder because the answer was 0. If I have a number down here, it's got to be smaller than 6 or you didn't go in far enough. But if I have a number down here, that's my remainder. So my answer is 39. And I could check that if I wanted by multiplying 39 times 6. But I know that 6 times 9 is 54. I put the 4 here. I carry the 5. 6 times 3 is 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And if I get what I started with, I know my answer is right. I hope this helps. Feel free to review this video as often as you need to. And like I said, this is not the best way, but this is a way that if you have no other way, you can at least get it done. This is a way that when you're given division homework and you get home and you're like, I can't even begin to do it, you can get your homework done. Thanks for watching.